Peace. What's good, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about the 3 most important things that you need to do if you just lost your job. Now, this is for if you're in between gigs, if you just got fired, if you just got laid off, or maybe you just quit straight up.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Some pretty important steps that you need to take if you plan on getting back into the workforce, or if you plan on starting that business, or if you plan on starting that YouTube series, or whatever the case may be. Before we get into any of that, the first thing that I want to say is it's all good. It's okay. Everybody goes through this at some point in their career. A career gap is probably more common now than it's really ever been. So explaining that to potential employers or explaining that to your family or whatever, don't feel bad. It's okay. And oftentimes people don't even tell us about when they lost their job or they got fired or they quit or whatever. So don't feel bad and give yourself some grace. And that is the first step, is giving yourself some grace, because it's okay. Everyone goes through it at some point in their career, especially in today's economy. But really the first thing that you need to do is reflect on why you lost your job. Did I get fired? Did I get laid off? Did the company just go through a restructure or what have you? Because this is very important. Because if you did get fired or if you did get...
What's up, man?
What's up?
How you at work?
Got fired yesterday.
For real? I thought you had a day off yesterday.
I did.
let go because of performance or tardiness or what have you, then you really know what you need to work on moving forward. But if you just got laid off or the company had a restructuring or what have you, first understand that. Take some time, maybe a week or two, to relax, maybe go and do some things you enjoy before you get back out there. But the second thing that you need to do is you need to revamp your professional image and you need to redo your resume. So revamping your professional image might mean taking a new headshot. It might mean updating your LinkedIn profile with a new headshot or what have you, or updating your resume, like I said, which is going to pay dividends down the road. When you think about updating your resume, make sure that you tell them exactly what you did and how you did it. Literally straight up. Remove all of the adjectives of comprehensive and strategic and compelling and all of those buzzwords. They don't want to see it anymore. And also make sure you're tailoring every single resume to the job description that you're applying for, because these applicant tracking systems are literally looking for buzzwords throughout your resume to match a certain amount of words that is on their job description to put you through to the next level. Now, I personally don't think that these are helpful. I think they're really doing a disservice to some really, really talented candidates out there. But we got to play the game and we got to do what we got to do to get around those things. So make sure you're tailoring that. And also make sure you start networking to the people who you just worked with and the people who you want to work with in the future. Because it's very important when you start talking to people with coffee chats or intro chats and you don't even want anything from them. They will remember that. So the goal is to come to mind when they're building a new team, or maybe they went to a new company and they're trying to find someone who does exactly what you do. So always remember that networking is key, and you want to come to mind when you're not in the room, and your resume is going to speak for you when you're not there. Also, take some time to upskill or to reskill. If there's something that you did in your previous job that you were really, really good at, take some time to say, all right, well, how can I go to the next level? How can I drive this forward? How can I become maybe a manager now or a senior director now? And then also take some things that you might want some additional reps in, whether that's managing a team, whether that's leading projects, or whether maybe that's more travel, more exposure to C-suite leadership or what have you. Make sure that you outline these things and say, hey, here's what I'm good at. Here's what I would love some additional reps at. That's how you frame that. It's very, very key. And also take the time to say, okay, if I'm decent at this, maybe I need to get a little bit better at it. Maybe I'm good at Excel, but I need to be great at Excel to take this to the next level. That's something that I had to do myself when I was on my consulting journey. Now, the final step that you have to think about is making a plan. Whether that's applying to these 3 jobs over here, or that's applying to those 5 companies over here, or that's maybe going back to school or getting the certification. Clearly outline a plan and a timeline for your unemployment or for this gap in your career, because you're going to have to look at your finances and look how much runway that you have to pursue these new endeavors, or to reskill, or to upskill, or to get that degree, or to get that certification. And also think about, this may be a time to pivot. This may be a time to try something new, whether it's starting the LLC, whether it's launching the business, whether it's going to trade school. It doesn't matter. Just really, really sit back and think about, okay, realistically, what are my options here? That sometimes that may take some time to think about, but it's very, very, very important. I'm also here to say, just don't be afraid. It's okay. This happens to everyone. And it's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. Because no one wants to hear you complain all day about, oh, what was me? This happened to a lot of people. Oh, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. So let's get to it. Peace.